स्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम् आनन्दानुभवास्वादं सर्वरोगनिवारकं वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्।
Secret doors to enlightenment. The doors towards enlightenment through the path of yogic physiology and through the path of yogic psychology. Path of yogic physiology means, I can give you hundreds of examples: Hatha yoga, asana, pranayama, breathing techniques. All these are yogic physiology. And yogic psychology means cognitive shift, means giving you the right understanding about the self, God, giving you clear understanding about man, universe, man-made self and man-made universe. Giving you the ultimate experience through these understandings is yogic psychology. In this verse, Bhagavan is opening both the doors. He is opening the door of yogic physiology and yogic psychology. See, if you understand the yogic physiology, how your physiology functions by its nature, how it functions if the social biomemories are added, if the society's patterns are inserted, and how the same organs, sense organs, behave, function, if the yogic psychology is added to your life. This whole is what I call understanding of yogic physiology. For example, let me touch only one part of your physiology, the spleen. Normally how a man's spleen functions, if he is given the social conditioning of fight or flight response, how the spleen functions. If he is given the spiritual response, I can say yogic psychology, the way to face the reality, if he is given that understanding, how his spleen functions. Spleen does not need outer situation to make you feel suffocated or threatened. Same way, your root center does not need outside man or woman to make you experience the stimulation. They are independent of external expression, because the strength of your reproductive organs and the spleen is stronger than any other organ of your body, especially the organ through which you perceive the jnanendriyas, like eye, ear, tongue, smell, touch. Your reproductive organ and spleen both are more powerful, stronger, have upper hand than your jnanendriyas. So, your jnanendriyas input, means the physical input is not required for your spleen to make you feel threatened, or your reproductive organ to make you feel excited or elated or triggered. You don't need external stimuli to experience some of the strongest experiences of your life. What a pathetic condition human beings are. Strongest experiences of his life is lust and fear. For both, he doesn't need to be dependent on the external world. It means external world is immaterial. Just your spleen and the reproductive organ can exploit your whole life and manage your whole life as it wants.
Inner awakening. Stunning health recoveries. 100% cure for depression, insomnia, asthma, fatigue, chronic pain, insecurity, panic attacks, and other major disorders. Awaken the Kundalini Shakti, the dormant energy within. What would you do if you had 1300% more energy? A disease-free mind and body is your first wealth. Claim it at Inner Awakening. Inner Awakening, a 21-day meditation retreat with rare living incarnation, Paramahamsa Nityananda. For more information, please contact Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 7760980635.
Hi, I'm Alok Sharma. I live in West Lafayette, Indiana, and I study at Purdue University. I came back for summer vacation, and my parents asked me if I want to come to Inner Awakening, but initially I said no, and somehow by a fateful turn of events, I ended up coming here, and I have not regretted it so far. It's been a great experience. We've been doing a lot of things, yoga. Right now I'm late for yoga, so we've been doing yoga, we've been doing a lot of meditation. The food's great. The people here are wonderful. And more than anything else, it's the development of the inner space that we're all here for. And as of now, I feel I've become a lot calmer than I was before, even though I've done a lot of meditation before. Currently, every day I sleep for about 4 hours, but I'm not cranky. I'm happy, and I think that this would be a transformational program for anyone, regardless of age. Thank you.
Nityananda Ananda Andal, and I'm a 14-year-old disciple of Swamiji. And Inner Awakening has been a really, really amazing experience. Being with Swamiji for 21 days in his breathing space is just like, you have to go. It's even if you have the money or not, just write an intention and get blessings from Swamiji. You have to go. It's so much fun. You get darshans from him like every night, and you can ask him whatever you want, and it's just amazing. The people here are like your family. You just like feel connected to everyone. You're just like a big family, and it's all happy and blissful. And you do yoga every day in the morning, and meditations and kriyas, and you spend a whole day with Swamiji, which is like the best thing ever. Everyone like would want. And so the food is like all vegetarian, which is surprisingly really good. 21 days with Swamiji is really amazing, being in his breathing space, and everyone has to experience this. Even if they can come. If they can't, they still have to come, because it's amazing. It's like one in a lifetime experience. I think it's gonna really help me, because I'm like in relationship and all that. It's just helping me realize all this stuff, so when I get older, I don't have to go through all the struggles that people have to go through to realize this. So I'm really blessed that at 14 I'm getting all this. You could come at any age as long as you're open to whatever Swamiji is going to be teaching you. So whatever age you are, you have to come.
External world is immaterial. Just your spleen and the reproductive organ can exploit your whole life and manage your whole life as it wants. Just the idea somebody can harass you is enough to make you take the decision of going in some other direction. In that direction again, the same idea somebody else can harass you can make you take the diversion in some other direction. So you are constantly taking diversion just with the idea that somebody can harass you, without any input of real harassment from the external world, without any data which can concretely create fear or fight, flight, freeze response in your system. Just your spleen can manage to make you run around continuously, take diversion, take diversion, take diversion, take diversion. We have a small book published. The front page will say, how to keep you busy whole day. See the last page. When you turn the last page will say, how to keep you busy whole day, see the first page. See the first page, then again see the last page, again see the first page, again see the last page. Without reading a single page of the book, you can be kept busy whole day. Without having a single incident which can really activate flight, fight, freeze response, you can be kept engaged in fear, in the take diversion mode throughout your life just by your spleen. Just the understanding about spleen. I am not even talking in the yogic psychological way, I am talking in yogic physiological way, is enough to remove terrorism on the planet Earth. Terrorism is nothing but before he attacks, let me attack. There is enough of information and input, he is going to attack me and I am going to be killed. Anyway, before he does that, let me do it. That is all. Is the base of terrorism. That is all. Is basis of all violence. Just the understanding of spleen. That you can be constantly told to take diversion without any real danger in front of you. Same way, you can be constantly excited without real stimuli from the external. Your reproductive organ by its waxing and waning, the waning and waxing is enough for you to experience the excitement and stimuli without any external object or person required. Just like a moon, your reproductive organ has a waxing and waning period. The experience of the system inside itself is capable enough to give you any excitement or stimulation independent of the input from the external world through your jnanendriyas, external senses. What a pathetic condition human beings are. You constantly believe it is external inputs through your senses makes you take the decision. But that is the worst lie ever taught to you. In those days in the Western schools, they used to teach planet Earth is flat. Please understand, never ever in Eastern schools it was taught planet Earth was flat. It was always taught planet Earth is in a shape which our mind cannot grasp, or it was taught planet Earth is a globe. That was the way the East understood the planet Earth. How the basic lesson which was taught in many Western schools, the planet Earth is a flat. Once that turns out to be a lie, practically every lesson you learnt based on that concept is a lie. Same way, the first lesson you learnt in your life, either from the schools or universities or from your parents or the society, the inputs you receive from the external objects or happenings through your senses is the information or the fact based on which you make decisions is a lie. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nityananda.
Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bangalore 562109. Contact 0974220331. www.nityananda.org. www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.